Hello and welcome to the second devlog for my new game EvCO Online. Today we'll be covering two more of the 8 elements, and those are Earth and Air. So for Earth we have Rock Shot. That will do a small area of effect that will slow anyone caught in it other than the caster, and that will stack. So if you get hit by multiples you will be slowed increasingly more, although each stack has a timer on it. And then next up we have Air Shot. This will create a small area of effect that will repel enemies, basically giving them knockback. Sort of area denial. And that's it for the tier 1. For the tier 2 spells, we have Earth Pillar. So this will raise up a pillar of earth. You can see that it only affects one lane, so if I come over here to the other lane, I can raise this up, and then I can jump onto that one. And this is, I believe, the only way to directly move blocks, I think. I forget everything I've put in, but it's not easy to directly move the blocks in the game. Earth Pillar is one way that you can do that. Next up is Cloud Walk. This is a toggle spell, a tier 2 air spell. If I toggle this on, it will drain some of my mana, but it will allow me to push space in mid-air to create a feather block that I can stand on. Feather blocks are something that you can also create through tools, but I'll cover that in a different video. Cloud Walk will actually not drain mana over time the way that most toggles would, but rather every time it creates a feather block. And then for the tier 3 spells, we have Boulder. So this creates, it's a large projectile that creates terrain. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory. It also has the slow effect where it lands, if you can see there, little tiny explosion. For the tier 3 air spell, we have Windshield. And so this will divert projectiles. Essentially, an arrow comes flying in. Hopefully, Windshield will protect you. At tier 4, we have Fissure for Earth. You can see here that it will open up all 3 lanes, not just one. Wherever the fissure comes in contact, it will cause the terrain to sink down into the void. And at tier 4 for wind, we have Tornado. Basically just a much bigger version of the aerial denial that you get with Wind Shot. The difference is that Wind Shot obviously doesn't last quite as long, and it can create multiples, whereas Tornado can only be up one at a time. And that's it for Earth and Air. Thanks for watching.